Sziasztok, ez itt a What Remains of Edith Finch. Ő a főszereplő, Edith, akinek a családjáról kell megtudni dolgokat ebbe a játékban. A régi családi házba kell kideríteni, hogy mi történt a családunkkal. Nagyon szépen játékban rögök szerintem. Kezdjük is meg.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house. Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
Tehát beugrottunk ide.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Itt élt 11 éves koráig, de nem járt nem ismeri az összes helyet abban a házban.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Nézzétek ezt a videót.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Van egy kulcsunk, de most nem tudom, hogy mit tett.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back. No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Nézzétek. Még békésen ezek a rész.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Mint elhagytuk a házat, sose gondoltuk volna, hogy visszatérünk ide.
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
De most vannak kérdések a családunkkal kapcsolatban, amiben reménykedem, hogy a házban megválaszol.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Eltűnt. Fiatal Finch.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door, it didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Nézzünk bele erre. Tudták, hogy nem lehet. Nézzük Edith-re.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Mennyi minden van itt.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Minden úgy van hagyva, ahogy itt hagytuk. Elmentünk innen.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Csak ez az egy étterem szállított ki ide, és mindig kínai tettek. Rengeteg kínai tettek.
Or how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Ez a alapház, ahol ennek a téglái, kandalló téglái vannak. Nézzük ezt a fűrésztet fenn. Barbara.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Menjünk az emelátra.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Miután eltűnt, az összes ajtót befalaszta az édesanyja. Vagy betöltötte.
Whenever people ask me about my family, The first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Barbara egy filmsztár volt, akkor mindenki róla akar tudni. Van egy feljáró. Beállnak fel az oszlopák. Ide tudunk jönni.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. My Halloween candy was all gone. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back. I kept eating and eating. I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Elkapni a madarat, gyerünk!
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Próbáltunk óvatosak lenni, de a madár nem megijedt.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Tehát az anyuka és az apukája nem nézett rám. Nem figyelt rám. Próbálom minél magasabbra jutni a fán. Elkapjuk a madárkát.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
Gyorsan kezdünk fáradni.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up,
Elkaptuk, elestünk.
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Nézzünk valami nagyobbat.
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark. I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Ilyesek vagyunk.
I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good. Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
És mindenhol ember.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Nagyon jó.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Be akartam állni, de nem tudtam.
Belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor. What shall I do with a drunk sailor? What shall I do with a drunk sailor?
last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Nature,
I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
Dat az Edith szobája volt. Na, innen fogjuk folytatni. Köszönöm, hogy megnéztétek. Sziasztok!